you doing, everybody? This is Bad Brad. And, I want to talk today about playing outside. Okay, what do I mean by playing outside? Not going and grabbing a basketball and getting some exercise around the corner, but playing outside the tonal center, the normal key or zone of the song that you're playing in, okay? Now, I don't recommend this at all over a pop song or a country song. I mean, those guys have their own way of bringing dissonance into music. But, for me, in some of the bands that I do, in some of the situations, now the clip that you saw at the beginning of this, it's from a live show this past Saturday, and we were opening the event with some instrumentals, and the audience actually wasn't even in the venue yet. So we were essentially playing for ourselves and the band. And when you have moments like that, that's when you can really stretch out and try some different things. Now, the song I believe we were playing was Sissy Strut, and that's essentially like a C7, C minor type jam, and there's not a whole lot going on, as far as chord changes, and it's not a jazz song, although you can certainly say we played it like one. But it's a simple song. But I find that one chord jams, that's when you can really stretch out, because if you've got a song with a lot of chord changes, those chord changes are kind of dictate what you do. And you can still play outside, of course, and you can still do chord subs and scale subs and different type things. But what you can really do is experiment on these one chord jams to get some melodic ideas that are outside the normal thing. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, now I opened the solo with, let's say we're in C7, right? And I kind of went, and I sat on that note. Now, what is that note? It's really not anything different than a blues note. It is the blues note. Right? It's the tritone, but it's the blues note. So now, if I'd have played it like that, it wouldn't have sounded outside at all. But because I chose to hit it and sit on it like that, so that's like a mixolydian with a flat 5. Now you can hear that little scale, that mixolydian with that flat 5 played over that C7 chord. It all of a sudden sounds way more exotic than if I'd have just played straight mixolydian or straight C minor blues or major pentatonic. And, it was a moment in time where the band, where everybody was taking a solo and everybody was, doing their thing. And I just decided, man, I'm going to take it out there, and I'm going to get out on a limb. So, the solo is not perfect. There's some times where I'm bending a little bit, sharp, because I'm using 9s on that guitar and I wasn't quite used to it. And, there's some moments where, I'm just trying some different stuff, because these are the moments when you can do that. You can also do it when you're at home. You can work on playing some of these outside ideas. But, some of the other things that I did in the solo, at times I would do, straight C minor pentatonic. But I could also go up a half step and play C sharp. Now see how if you play it with authority and resolve strong, you can play anything, okay? So the main thing to know is know where the right notes are, know where your major type notes are, know where your minor type notes, know where your blues notes are. And then if you know where you can resolve, I could say, hey, I'm gonna play B minor pentatonic over this. Now see how I resolved it? Right? It really doesn't matter. I could play, chromatic. As long as you resolve strongly and you get back to where you need to be, you can flirt with all kinds of other notes, whether it's a C7 jam or a C minor jam or like a song like So What. If you're familiar with that jazz song, that's a great song because it floats between D minor and E flat minor, okay? And you can take that song and you can experiment playing some different tonalities rather than just your straight minor chords and start working on those ideas. Now, one cheat that I have used is I like to imply, say I'm in, once again, let's go back to C minor. Okay, I like to imply that I'm playing over the 5 chord of C minor, a G7 altered chord. I like to imply that I'm playing over the 5 chord altered while I'm playing over C minor. So I might play a phrase where I play the melodic minor scale of A flat. Hear how that's... And then a resolve to that 5 of C minor. Right? So all I'm doing is creating tension and release. And that's what playing outside is. Create the tension, and you can build that tension and build that tension, and then boom, then you've really got them. When you can just dig into some of those boomer bends. You can hit one note and just wrangle it because you've built all this tension. And rather than just playing pentatonic, noodling in streams of diatonia, streams of diatonic notes, you created this tension, and then resolve back to the key center. So this is something, it's a concept that you need to work on and know when to do it and when not to do it. It can be hard for me when I'm practicing a lot of, fusion style playing, and then all of a sudden I got to think, very straight and play over a country song, or very straight and play, a pop song or a ballad or something where I can't use any of that. But in the chances and in the times where you get to jam and play what you want, or maybe you're playing a jazz club and you're a rock guitar player, but you can bring some of this tension and release into your playing. And I'm telling you, it's just as simple as playing anything you want, but resolving strongly to something that is in the key. And that is the real secret to playing outside. All right? So I hope you'd enjoyed this video. If you had, please hit like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I'm going to see you on the next video with more cool stuff. So thanks for tuning in.